Welcome to Share Shootout here on CNBC Africa, first in business worldwide. Before the break, Chris and Sasha gave us each of their share picks. Chris Hart from Investment Solutions, Goldfields and Sun International. Sasha playing the game and taking Sun International, but rejecting Goldfields out of hand. Sasha Naryshkine's two picks, Richemont and Steinhoff, both shot down without any ceremony whatsoever. So, Chris Hart, you get to go first in this round. Your third pick is tantalizing. It's tempting, but possibly tempting fate rather than anything else. Because 30 seconds on why, after the results that we saw on Monday out of Anglo Platinum, would you think it's a sweet, ripe plum for plucking in 30 seconds?
Well, the choice is Anglo-American. It's basically become an iron ore play, effectively, because it's more than 50%, or roughly 50% of its earnings have been iron ore. Fabulous operations in particularly Kumba and also there. Copper's also not doing too badly, but where the actual recovery potential is in fact in platinum, where there's, I think, quite a unlock of value that can.
So Anglo-American is picked, not Anglo-Platinum, as it says on my little screen over here. So somebody needs to be beaten. Maybe we'll shoot them down. Why don't we? But Anglo-American, they've got they've had results recently. The subsidiaries have all reported. Kumba Iron Ore, of course, some respectable results came out of there. Decent dividend coming through. Anglo-Platinum was the big disappointment, though. Debt levels up 30%. Still not able to rationalise the business. I spoke to the chief executive of Anglo Platinum, Chris Griffith, this week. He's sounding less frightened than he was in January. But your pick is for Anglo-American. Anglo-American, Cynthia Carroll, she had a tough time. She rationalized the business, paid quite a lot of money for some Latin American iron ore assets, and then she left. Mark Kenny, finally, the Australian, has taken over. Share price has been pulverized so far this year. Surely it's a sitter.
They would have done better to sink a project into Mars to mine iron ore there, rather than the Brazilian mine, which has become the most expensive iron ore mine in the world to date. And remember that there's supposed to be a phase 2. They're now looking to do a JV. So that's been an absolute disaster. Why they didn't sink the money into Kumba Iron Ore, which is one of the least cost producers globally, remains a mystery to me. But it was probably London-based shareholders saying, de-South Africanize yourself.
So do you like Anglo-American or do you not?
No, not at these levels.
But you don't like the legacy.
But can I add something in
here? But
here?
there's a future to look at.
Yeah, well, Chris doesn't believe there are green shoots in Europe. Almost all of Amplatz's future prospects are linked to European automobile sales.
Quick response on that one,
Chris? No, it's not. It's linked to the environment, because that's what platinum actually is. It's not just auto catalysts, it's also the actual greening of the environment, carbon capture, etc. No, I accept.
You'll accept that particular one.
But China is also needing to move across to auto catalysts.
The thing that's scary Chris Griffith more than anything else, though, is not the fact that he's got problems with mine workers, problems with getting stuff out the ground profitably. He's got a recycling side of the platinum sector, which has gone from 1 million ounces 5 years ago to 2 million ounces now. The future of the platinum sector, as we know it, is very different.
I would think there's still a concentration of need to produce here. You can't just run an entire industry on recycling.
But you don't like the Anglo story one little bit.
I don't like the parent company. Ironically, maybe Amplatz is
but the pick is Anglo-American. You don't like Anglo-American?
No, I'm shooting it down.
You shot it down. Okay, playing strategically. So, Sasha Naryshkine from Vestact. Financial director gets booted, and you like the company. MTN in 30 seconds, please.
Well, they're sitting on a forward yield of close to 6% at current levels, and this is a company that never used to pay anything about 10 years ago, 200 million odd subscribers, and people are moving more to a data-oriented world. So we're going to have a bigger data footprint, and they're still at very early stages across the rest of the continent. So I think there's going to be massive growth. Admittedly, margins will come under pressure, but the top-line numbers should continue to grow, and their profitability, as long as they maintain margins, which I think they will.
1980s, McDonnell Douglas made an airplane called the DC-10. The problem with the DC-10 is it kept crashing.
That was the Comet.
No, it was
the DC-10.
The DC-10 kept. They don't make DC-10s anymore because they were quite accident prone. MTN has proven itself to be probably the most accident prone company on the JSE. It's accused of crookery wherever it seems to operate on the African continent. It's then accused of crookery in its Iranian operation. And by Jove, the financial director suddenly departs just last week.
I see you're not liking this one.
I'm just concerned. Would you fly in a DC-10? No, you wouldn't. Why would you buy MTN? Chris Hart?
Dare I say it's Vestact sponsored by MTN? I think it's their favourite.
Doesn't he have to pick this one?
It's their favourite.
It's Chris Hart,
stock.
sponsored by Goldfields.
Yes,
pot
exactly.
kettle black.
Very much so. Very much so. Funny enough, it is a share I do like.
You do like it?
I actually do like it, and I think bad news when things bad news pulls an operation down, especially a good one where there actually are good prospects in terms of there's still growth. I think one of the biggest, there's two unlocks of growth on Africa. One is the improvement of governance and elections and that type of thing. The other is actually cellular telephony, and that is Africa.
You need to accept it.
Yeah.
He accepts it. So you get one. You get one past the goalie on that front. You wouldn't have got it past me.
You don't like it.
You've shot them all down.
I like them. I like them. I just think they're like a DC-10. That's the concern, of course. So now I've got to pick between a company that's like a DC-10 and a gold company. I've now got to sort of discount those. So let's eradicate MTN, let's eradicate Goldfields, and then judge the winner on the remaining two shares. So as far as Naryshkine is concerned, the other two shares, of course, are Richemont and Steinhoff. Like Richemont very much, love its products. Steinhoff, I don't understand it, too complicated. Green shoots or not, we eradicate Steinhoff. So now it's Richemont versus Chris Hart's last two picks. Let's see what he's got there. He's got Anglo American Platinum PLC and Sun International. Spoke to the chief executive of Anglo Platinum PLC this week. I'm not sure he's believing his story yet. So really it comes down to whether or not Richemont versus Sun International is a better pick or not. This is impossible. This is impossible, but one of you has got to go.
It could be you.
Never.
What a good idea. But then one of you would have to present the show next week, and that wouldn't be nearly as much fun. Because, and only because, I can't make a proper decision this week. Because he went to the wrong school in Grahamstown. You're gone, SASHA Naryshkine. There was a Methodist in my madness. SASHA Naryshkine is gone, and he'll come back again one day when he comes out from outer space where we have sent him on Share Shootout. We'll have another round of feisty fisticuffs, so we'll get together next week on Tuesday here on CNBC Africa. We'll invite Chris Hart back as well and see if he's got any other shares in his portfolio that don't include anything to do with gold. Remember, catch me on Twitter, give me your Share Shootout suggestions and your thoughts. Did I make the right call? I really need to know from you as to whether or not I did. At Bruce Business on Twitter. Till next time, until we continue to pick a winner and shoot out the SASHA. Good night.